The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
It's going to be a trashy ass episode when we get to talk about Dana White and Vince McMahon in the same fucking breath.
Oh God, I didn't even. Oh wow.
Yeah. So for anybody out there listening, just prepare your anuses. It's going to get shitty.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Welcome to episode 260 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
No, I'm Devin.
We're going to get caught up on professional wrestling and Dana White's newest fucking endeavor. And Jesus fucking Christ. I guess let's start with Vince McMahon because I want to get this piece of shit out of the way.
Okay.
Like, this motherfucker, as we all know by now, has forced his way back onto the board of directors for the WWE in order to pursue a sale of the company. Like, that's the big thing going around right now. And way before we started recording this, like, the first thing out of the gate was that he sold it to the fucking Saudi backers or something. Like, that there were like several backers like in line to order or buy this fucking company, and it was like a lot of people were going, oh my God, he's gonna fucking sell it to like the Saudi like investors or whatever. And then like you had other people like Viacom and Disney and Apple, like all these companies that were probably gonna buy it, not the least of which were the cons from AEW.
Yeah, that one's very interesting. To me, if that were the case, Tony would have to fucking hire somebody because, like, that's too much, man.
Yeah.
And that's not an insult on the man. That's just a fact. Like, that's way too many things that you have to keep up with.
Yeah, but at the same time, do we really want another person being a conglomerate in the wrestling industry?
Oh God, no.
Exactly. I don't want Tony Khan to buy this. And it's not like, oh, Tony would probably like do it and actually like give the company or give the product like, you know, good shit. But imagine Cody Rhodes going over to WWE and now he's under Tony Khan again.
Yeah, I feel like there would be a lot of instances where things would get kind of awkward.
It's like, all right, let's go to New Japan again.
Yeah.
You
like,
fucking leave.
I don't know. But as far as the sale goes, everybody wants to talk about Disney. And here's the thing. People want to talk about, oh, well, it would be Kitty. No, not necessarily. I mean, they're already talking about Deadpool, you know, so I don't think that would be an issue. The idea of WrestleMania being held at Disney World, you know, that would be pretty sick. Their budget would be great. The problem that I have is they are still suffering from varying instances with Fox after that purchase. Are they willing to spend another $6 billion? I mean, shit, they already lost $4 billion total off of Disney Plus this year, or this last year, I should say.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. And I understand it's very lucrative, you know, like stock-wise and whatnot, but if I were Disney, I would... Dude, honestly, hear me out. Universal.
Like NBC Universal? The whole
yeah, because here's why I say that. For one, Peacock, NBC, they are connected, are they not? NBC and Universal? I believe so.
Yeah, it's the same company.
I thought so. The thing is like, number one, they're already in bed with each other. And number two, Universal Studios, like the theme park, that's where I think a shit ton of fucking money would come in.
Yeah, like the fact that the company is estimated at $6.53 billion to buy. That's so much fucking money.
Oh, yeah.
That's more money than they paid for Star Wars and Marvel, dude. Not combined, but like as a singular purchase.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, if Disney were to buy it, it would make it super fucking cool to me as a fan because love me some Star Wars, love me some Marvel, and then you're going to throw in pro wrestling. Dude, you would see me as one of the mid-20-year-olds walking around with the fucking Mickey Mouse ears, you know? Like, I would go, as an adult. I don't care at that point. But I think Universal is just more of in a place where they could.
True. And I mean, they already house, like you said, like with Peacock, they already house the content.
Right. It makes more sense that way.
Right.
Honestly, though, as far as the Vince thing goes, what do you think triggered this? Are you one of the people that is in the camp of he never left to begin with? Or do you think it's spite? Or what do you think it is?
I think it's fucking spite, dude. Because I think what happened is he worked to do like all this shit. He got even more found out about what a piece of shit he really fucking is. Forced out of the fucking company, you know, because it's a PR nightmare. And he's like, oh, the shit's going to die down. I'm going to come back. But I'm going to fucking sell it because you've ruined everything that I've worked for. Like, no, you stupid bastard. The instant you left, it got better. People started watching the shit more. The product became bearable to watch. They started being able to say the fucking word wrestling on television and acknowledging other companies and wrestlers' histories before WWE. Because as we all know, when you're in the WWE, they like to pretend you didn't exist anywhere else but this company.
Right.
Triple H, for all intents and purposes, as much of a dick as he was, like, as a wrestler, you know, stepping on people to get to the top. It's a cutthroat industry, but at least he was upfront about the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter has a great mind for the business and absolutely has a good direction going. But it's fucking wild that Stephanie McMahon just yeeted herself out of this company as soon as her dad was coming back because of the sale. Like, everybody was just like, no, fuck that. Like, I don't blame her for getting away. But,
oh, no.
But Hunter, I know he probably wanted to, but he's like, I cannot in good conscience, like, leave any of these people that I have working relationships behind, because a lot of the talent said he's easier to approach and talk to and go over, you know, stories and content and fucking direction with their characters with and shit. Because that's his fucking job now.
Yeah.
And being an ex-talent, he knows what to do. So why the fuck would anybody want Vince back? Even though he's like, oh, it's not going to affect day-to-day operations. Bull fucking shit. You know that's his next move. If he can't sell this company, he's going to want full control, which, by the way, I think it was with the Saudi investors, where if he would have sold to them, they would have wanted him to be the person making the decisions in the company. And also, if it gets sold, it's going to get taken back to being a private company.
Yes, I was aware of that part, yeah. To me, it's fascinating because he basically groomed Stephanie all these years to be the next Vince. Like, Vince groomed her to be the next Vince.
Which is so wild because for a long time, everybody was like, well, it's going to be Shane. It's going to be Shane.
Well, Shane, obviously, he loved doing it, but it wasn't his thing.
No, his thing was trying to fucking self-book to win the Rumble last year. What a fuck off, dude. I swear to God,
bruh,
man. He
that
fucking
shit's fire.
He probably knew he was on his way out. He was like, oh, fuck it. I'm Shane O'Mac. I'm going to fucking win the Rumble and headline WrestleMania.
That shit's fire. I'd do the same shit. I can't lie.
And then everybody just surrounded him and was just like, dude, fuck you.
Well, here's the thing, though. I feel like Vince is one of those people. There is a term for it in psychology. I'm blanking on the term, though, where a parent wants their child to be successful, just not as successful as them.
That's a little bit of narcissism.
Yeah, it's definitely narcissism, but there's a word for it whenever it's directly involving parents and children.
Right.
I don't know what it is, though. One of our fans will probably know, because
but
we attract so many randoms that just have encyclopedia brains. I don't know.
Yeah, our fans are fucking smart, though. Yeah, no, I keep looking at that thinking, man, the whole Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon dynamic or whatever, and then, you know, how the McMahon-Helmsley era, like, went from storyline to actuality, but then soon as he fucking came back, that crashed and burned. She was like, nah, I'm out of here. Fuck this.
Well, I mean, she probably saw the writing on the wall in terms of, like, he basically was like, yeah, everything the light touches becomes yours, except for that shadowy place. Whereas the shadow everywhere. The whole thing is a fucking shadow.
Yeah.
Except for NXT. That's the light.
Yeah, and even NXT is still kind of fucked up, man. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, but look at what all Vince did to it whenever Triple H had to step down for a little bit. Like, I mean, that was honestly the Vince show.
Yeah, and then Hunter comes back. He's like, God damn, I fucking leave for this long and this happens. Fuck. Like, he was so mad about that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But think about all the people that were talking about coming back to WWE, and then Vince shows back up, and now they're all just like, oof. Like fucking William Regal has like an entirely new title, and he's working, he's Office now. Like, the rumor was that FTR from AEW was going to take a year off and just do the indie circuit, or they were going to go to the WWE. I don't see them going to WWE as long as Vince McMahon is involved, because he infamously did not like them.
Did he ever say why?
I think they were too old school for him. FTR, if you really look at them, and it's not even in a way that they're presented. I've noticed this ever since I've watched them as a tag team whenever they were the fucking Revolt, or whatever the fuck they were.
Revival,
whatever. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was the Revolt, the Revival. Like, goddamn, man. Like, whenever they were that in the WWE, they never struck me as like the entertainment tag team. These guys reminded me of fucking Jim Crockett wrestlers.
Yeah.
They would have fit in the 80s. They would have dominated in the fucking 80s. Like, they were modern, like, brainbusters to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're Tully and Arn. That's what they remind me of.
Might be why I like them so much.
They're Brett and Neidhart, dude. These are the tag teams that FTR remind me of, and it does not fit the mold for what WWE wants in terms of tag teams. Because they're a legitimate tag team. They're not just some two fucking people that they got thrown together. Right.
And there's an actual chemistry there, too.
Yep. But anyway, beside the point is, like, a lot of talent probably felt that way. And they're like, fuck this. So now a lot of them had either let their contracts run out, or they don't know what they're doing. And yeah, so I don't really have much more to say on that note. It's just a matter of, like, wait and see what the fuck happens, I guess, because we're coming up as of this recording today. We're going to review it next week, but today is the first Royal Rumble under the new regime, basically.
Before we switch topics, I do have to ask this elephant in the room.
Sure.
And it's the elephant that nobody is addressing, but I can't help but think about it. Let's say WWE gets sold. It's inevitable. Might not even be this year, but mark my words, within this year up until 5 years at the most, okay, it'll be sold. In that instance, if it goes private, all of this stuff, okay? Do you think Hunter divorces Stephanie? Do you think he dips? Or do you think he actually sees it as, dude, I'm too old for this shit, whatever, fuck it, I got kids?
I don't think Hunter and Stephanie divorce. I really don't. Like, I think that is about as real as it gets.
Okay. Because in the beginning, I definitely thought that was strictly a power move, but
no, Hunter's good with kids, dude.
Yeah, and that's the difference maker right there, is because, like, once I saw, like, the Connor's Cure shit and everything revolving that, it's like, maybe I was wrong about Triple H, you know, because for the longest time, I really did think it was a power move. But you just never fucking know. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy industry, dude.
Right.
So I just wasn't sure what people thought about that. Because nobody is really talking too much about it. But I mean, dude, I genuinely feel like if this conversation was taking place like 10 years ago, people would have been talking about that.
I just don't see that being a thing. I mean,
I hope not.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is, like, yeah, sure, they've been together for so long, and I know a lot of people would be like, well, yo, they have a fucking dynasty. Of course they're together. But at the same time, like, they don't have to be.
No.
Hunter doesn't have to do in-ring competition anymore, obviously, because of his, his fucking pacemaker and everything. So it's, you know what I mean? Like,
I'll tell that to Ric Flair. Rumor has it he wants to do another one.
Yeah, I know he does, and he needs not to. He just needs to fucking go away. Fucking Ric Flair. I fucking can't stand him or his daughter. Jesus Christ.
Who'd have thunk it, like...
The fucking ring rats of the industry.
Bro,
both of them.
Who really would have thought, like... Okay, put it to you this way. When you were, like, 15, did you ever think you would be saying, dude, fuck Ric Flair?
Not really.
It's just crazy how... little bit of a morbid statement, but sometimes people just live too damn long.
Really? Think about I know, dude.
Think about it. You tainted your legacy. If you would have just died a decade ago, you'd be fine. If my man's died right after the match with Shawn Michaels at Mania, his legacy would have been pristine.
Yeah.
He lived long enough to become the villain.
Yeah, he did, man. He sure the fuck did. I wonder if Sean's going to say, I'm sorry, I love you whenever they put him under.
Bruh.
I'm going to get morbid here, and I don't fucking care. Ric Flair's final request is for his stiff corpse to be stood up at the fucking opening of the grave and for Sean to just recreate that moment and just fucking sweet chin music his ass right into the fucking hole.
Dude, that's bold for you to assume that he is not requesting to be stuffed while holding the NWA title above his head.
Jesus Christ. What if he fucking does the face flop into the fucking...
Bro.
Like, he just fucking, like, goes over and he's just like, oh, fuck. Right into the goddamn grave, bro.
That shit would be amazing.
I would wheeze laughing. I'd probably ascend myself. Like, I would fucking have a heart attack and ascend.
Just fucking floating.
Looking like that one fucking weasel in Roger Rabbit, just laughing his ass off, just floating and shit.
Yeah.
That's me. Let's go over to AEW and just bullshit about those fuckers for a minute, because we've got Revolution coming up. We've got what seems to be them setting, which I doubt they fucking do it. It seems like they're going to be setting up Bryan Danielson to take the championship. I do not see this happening. There's no fucking way you put the belt on MJF long enough for him to have this defense and that's it.
Yeah, no, they're not getting it.
With that being said, I discussed this on an appearance with Wait What podcast. Actually, that episode dropped today. And we were talking about who's going to take it from MJF. And my opinion was it's going to be either Wardlow or CM Punk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what you think might happen. And like, where does Hangman Page, Jon Moxley, Adam Cole, where do these guys fit?
So Adam Cole, I think, could be the one, but not anytime soon.
I don't mean like for MJF. I just mean in the title picture, period, because
I think Adam Cole is going to TNT title.
He needs to for now. He needs to have some kind of gold around his waist, man. Yeah. I think Moxley being like the 3-time heavyweight champ, he's definitely somebody that doesn't need the championship, but it's never a bad thing when he's holding it, because he's proven that he is like the fucking top babyface in this company.
Yeah, like, look.
Even when Punk was there, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows I'm a huge Punk guy, a huge Kenny Omega guy. Moxley, for all intents and purposes, whether you like it or not, is the MVP of this company, because anytime something happens, the dude steps up. Like, even the people that cannot stand him for whatever reason can say, yeah, but the dude always shows up. Like, Tony Khan can count on him to be there.
Moxley's work ethic is unmatched by literally anybody.
Yeah, like, no problems with me.
Plus, no, the man breathes this fucking profession.
And plus, I just love some fucking trailer trash bullshit like that. I fucking love it.
Hey. That is Midwestern trailer trash.
Hey, yo, fuck the Bengals.
Buckeyes?
Even though I do think Cincinnati's going to the Super Bowl this year.
See, I'm a Browns guy.
Oh, I love the Browns. Like, I've said this before to you, where my number one is always going to be the Dolphins. I love the Browns. Just based off of association and where we live, I gotta at least somewhat like the Saints, Like,
yeah, I know, but like the thing, like for everybody out there listening, I've said this time and time again, and I know I've said this to you off air, Devin. Fucking like, I feel like Ohio is like Louisiana, but Midwest and more hills and shit, because it really fucking is. I've been there enough times to be like, you know what, this doesn't feel any different than home. There's just more hills and not Cajun food.
The thing is, though, dude, is like, I've always said fuck Joe Burrow just because of his face. Dude, I've eaten my words. When he was in LSU, I thought he was just being carried by a really good team and good coaching. No, once he stepped into the NFL, he fucking proved it. That dude's got some dog in him, dude. He's a phenomenal player. Great quarterback. If I was starting a league or even just became a franchise owner, yeah, I would draft Joe Burrow in a heartbeat. But fuck that guy. Even though he's got a phenomenal attitude and skills, whatever. Fuck the Bengals, even though I think they're getting the ring this year. Anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of like people being like, fuck these motherfuckers, but they've got this, this, and this.
Yeah.
CM Punk. Here's the thing. He hasn't been let go. I know for a fact right now he's probably actually recovered. He's been posting rehab and gym stories on his IG.
That, yeah.
And here's the other thing. He's been posting and making references to AEW guys.
He's been healing it up on MJF lately.
He really has, but this is what I'm getting at. I really feel like this is what has to happen. I don't think he comes back for the championship just yet.
Okay.
If they want money, because he's supposedly has been pushing to do business. He wants to come back and put shit, like bury shit and just do business, which it needs to happen. There's so much money being left on the table, and I would like to think that Punk, Kenny, and the Bucks are smart enough to know there's money to be made there. And when I say there's money to be made there, Punk is gone. Ostensibly, he's out of the company. He's not really, but he's off TV. FTR just had a big fucking losing streak. They lost all their titles, and they're just like, oh, well, fuck, I don't know what we're doing. The Elite just got the Trios Championship back. I really, really feel like a money-ass feud would be CM Punk and FTR going after the Elite for those Trios titles.
That would be very cool.
Because the Bucks have been ducking FTR for a long goddamn time. I want to see Omega and Punk in the fucking ring.
I think that's how I would do it. Obviously, you got to do trios, but I feel like an all-out card would be insane for the Bucks versus FTR, and then the main event being
Omega and Punk. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, but that's what I'm getting at, is that's a money feud right there because it's so rooted in realistic shit.
Dude, and listen to the interviews, like the shoot interviews from other wrestlers in that company. Jade Cargill is on Punk's side. Maybe not with this situation, but she is an advocate for Punk the human. Okay.
A lot of those people are, believe it or not. Like, you got people like Jericho who is adamantly against him, but I'll be honest with you, that's Jericho's ego.
But here's where I'm going with this, okay? You've got Jericho, you've got Jade, you've got Hobbs, you've got all these people putting in their 2 cents here and there, okay? Have this be a fucking civil war.
You know they're already kind of laying the groundwork in the women's division doing this, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're having like the homegrown people going against everybody that came in from the outside.
Dude, fucking fuel that shit.
That's what I'm saying. You could do it company-wide, but you also at the same time don't want to have like a rehash of WCW and NWO doing that kind of shit.
You do, but you don't.
Because it'd be different, but...
Well, here's the thing is, from day one, they have compared this company to WCW. I mean, before they even had that many comparisons, they started doing it.
Yeah, and you know what I fucking can't stand? That. Because I don't see it that way. I see it as, this is AEW. AEW is not a knockoff or like a rehash of literally any company. They are definitely their own fucking thing.
Absolutely. Now, I'll say I understood the comparisons whenever they were saying there was a brief period where it felt like everybody was getting a contract. Like literally everybody.
Well, yeah, my man's was trying to fucking deepen his roster.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, I see some of it in that one particular thing. As far as, like, and also with some of the guys in the back having contracts where, hey, I want to be able to be a EVP or whatever, you know. There are those 2 instances, but ultimately, I don't see it that way. Now, here's the other thing, though. As far as it, quote, knocking off WCW with the NWO and all that, history does repeat itself, but we have it all written down now. Tony Khan can look at it and say, so this is where they started. This is where they could have gone. Instead, this is where they went, and look where they wound up. Dude, if I were in charge, I would take what I know didn't work in the 90s and utilize that knowledge. What's the point of other companies making mistakes if you don't use that to boost yours?
True. I'm hoping that's what the end goal is, though. I think story-wise, Wardlow comes back around full circle. That's a full circle story. That's long-term storytelling. It would be fucking great to see him do it because he would be a fantastic babyface champion for this company. He's got the look. He's got the fucking fans behind him. I really feel like if Kenny can come back and not be in the world title program and be in the trios program, which, let's be honest, a lot of that has to do with, you know, him just getting his footing back in the ring again. He's done some single shit. I mean, he's the fucking IWGP United States champion.
Good for him.
Exactly. But I think in AEW, I think for Punk to come back, it would need to be under the trios situation because he's going to have to get used to being in the ring again after an injury, and he's going to have to not fucking get injured.
Yeah.
You know, and they need him in a long-term program where he can actually play out the fucking end, because every storyline that he's been a part of, he's not been able to close a chapter on. Period. End of story. He still has an unfinished business with MJF. Everything that I was saying was supposed to fucking happen didn't fucking happen, and that's where it was heading. Not so much anymore. Fucking MJF is back in the heel saddle and doing his thing, which he's been doing a phenomenal job of, but I really and truly feel like it's either Punk or Wardlow, and it's going to wind up being Wardlow in the future. And I'd be very surprised if it was anybody else. I think Hangman got like kind of a shit end of the stick run with the belt, and he definitely deserves a second reign in the future. I want to see Cole. I want to see Cole there. I want to see I still want to see Moxley around because he's still a formidable guy. Like, even getting a win over Moxley is a big deal, even though he's not a champion.
Quick question, though. I brought up Adam Cole being TNT champion. Here's an idea. Malachi Black takes it off of Darby. That's where it looked like it was going this last Wednesday. And if that were the case, look at Buddy Matthews' face paint.
Yeah.
Do you think they're actually going to pull the trigger on what I thought they were going to do last year?
They need to. Darby needs to be in the House of Black. Like, it's nobody's business. He fits. I get him having that loner gimmick, but
let him be that scrappy little fucking animal.
It really feels like he belongs there.
Dude, I don't think that this is what they would necessarily do, but I just picture Darby being on with a fucking spiked collar and a chain, and they're just walking him like a fucking rabid pit bull, and he's just trying to scrape.
Dude, make him and Matthews the tag team of that stable.
That's an idea I didn't think of.
Make him and Buddy Matthews the tag team of that stable. Like, if you really wanted to have a stable that's like, we're going to fucking run roughshod and take the belts, put the fucking TNT title on Brody, and then put the championship on Malachi in due time, and then put the tag belts on fucking Allen and Matthews. Like, that would be a fucking wild thing. And then you could eventually maybe put one of the women's titles on Julia.
Dude, see, this is the kind of shit that I wish they would do. And, dude, they've essentially, whether it's intentional or not, they've almost made the House of Black feel like a job squad in a sense. And we were talking about this, me and my buddies, on Wednesday, is it fucking sucks because that's part of the reason why fucking Malachi dipped to begin with. Yeah, it was mental health, but you really think that his booking wasn't part of it?
Yeah, and then he comes back, and it's just like, all right, cool, we're going to like make him look strong, and then now we're going to just, I mean, they're getting wins when they're not on Dynamite. If they're on fucking Dark or fucking Rampage, they're getting wins and shit.
That's what I was going to say is, yeah, they've got a great streak right now on a show that nobody watches.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming from an AEW fanboy, but who the fuck watches Rampage aside from people like us?
Yep, and here, let me bring something else up. And it may be getting mentioned, and I may just not be catching wind of it. When's the last time the fucking rankings started mattering?
Oh, God, forever ago. Like, no, it doesn't matter.
Either be consistent with it or get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say on that fucking note. Like, either be consistent with the fucking ranking scale or get rid of it. It's just not, you know what I'm saying? So.
When do you think that really started to shit itself? Do you think that it got whenever the roster got too big?
When Cody Rhodes left.
Do you think he had a helping hand in that?
Abso-fucking-lutely he did.
That sounds like something Cody would do, too.
That sounds like something that Dusty Rhodes would have fucking done. And Cody was like, he never did it. Let me do it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, and that just proves that Cody's got a great mind for the business, and now he's just going to be a talent over in WWE, which, fine. Let him be. He's great there. Like, that's where he belongs.
He fits.
But, yeah, the ranking system just doesn't seem to fucking matter anymore, and I don't know. I'm interested to see where all the storylines are heading towards Revolution. Hell, I'm really interested to see where they all go towards hopefully another Forbidden Door and then All Out again, because Punk was supposed to be sidelined until probably March or April.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting if he does come back, which, you know, I know we were like really pissed off like amongst like the shit of this happening, but like everything's had time to settle. I think cooler heads could prevail.
Yeah.
And they'd be smart to just put all this shit behind them and move forward, make some fucking money. Because the fans, sadly, the fans legitimately don't like him right now. So it's easy for him to be a fucking heel and be over as a heel. So he could come back as a heel and just be like, man, fuck you guys. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed this, but they've started selling his live event exclusive merch on the website. It's almost like they're trying to get rid of it.
Is it on sale?
It's not on sale, but it's for sale.
Okay.
Like he's got 2 or 3 t-shirt designs that are exclusive to live events, and they even put on there, oh, this is a live event exclusive, but it's on sale on the website. And I'm just kind of like,
interesting.
Are you guys trying to get rid of old stock so that there's some new shit to come, or what? Because I know
or is he on his way out and you gotta get rid of all of it?
I don't know, because I think Pro Wrestling Tees is a print-on-demand company, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like they ever
They
really
were for the longest. I don't know if they still are.
I don't know, dude. But either way, it's interesting to note that they're putting that shit on there. But the fact that they don't advertise his merchandise on Front Street, you got to go digging for it.
And they removed him from the video game cover.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to be in the game and everything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think part of it had to do with that, and also, like, let's be honest, they really did need a better video game cover. They needed more of their stars on that sumbitch. So it is what it is, but we'll see.
Before we stray too far off, I just want to say rest in peace, Jay.
Yeah, the Dynamite tribute show, which I say tribute show, the match between Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal was very fitting, and I mentioned this on our Twitter account at SuperMediaBros _ on Twitter, but I said it's a goddamn shame that it took Jay Briscoe dying to get them on fucking television, because the assholes at Warner Brothers Discovery, for whatever ungodly fucking reason, didn't want them on TV to begin with.
Well, no, there was a reason, but it was a stupid one. Because
I know,
for one, he's apologized ad nauseum, and you can tell he was genuine about it.
Yeah, but at the same time, and I'm not defending like whatever was said, but at the same time, even he was like, that was literally my fucking gimmick. I was supposed to be a fucking like racist redneck asshole. Like they didn't go really like, they didn't lean into the racism bit. It was just implied. Like they would come to the fucking ring with Confederate flag bandanas and they were trashy as fuck, dude. And that was their gimmick. And this was like early 2000s when that was the type of shit that got you heat as a heel.
Well, there's that. And also he had even stated, dude, I was just saying what I thought was defending my God, you know? And while that's something that I don't really partake in, like,
same.
I'm not going to discredit you because fucking 10 years ago, you thought differently. Heaven forbid you grow as a person.
And learn and be fucking like, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but if you were to take to my grave the shit I said whenever I was 10 years younger, damn, I'd be crucified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nobody's fucking perfect, dude. And you know, even a lot of his peers had helped him and forgave him and fucking helped teach him, and he was open to teach. And for fuck's sake, had just a tremendous amount of respect in the industry. Period.
Yeah.
Tons of influence. That's one of the most decorated tag teams in Ring of Honor ever, and just in wrestling ever.
I was about to say,
fantastic.
fuck Ring of Honor. Pro wrestling, period.
Yep.
Like, I think he's up there with, like, the GOATs.
Oh, they definitely fucking are, dude. And it'll be interesting to see if they just leave this version of the Ring of Honor belts on Mark and they're just, like, retire those and they just come up with a new design or just bring the other design back and just have a tournament or whatever the fuck.
It's one of those things, though. I knew he was going to come out with both titles. I knew it. But for some reason, whenever I saw it, that's whenever I was like, oh, fuck. Damn it. And then seeing Jay Lethal and just making his entrance, you know, I was like, I'm not ready. Oh, fuck, I'm not ready. God damn it. Just when I thought I was a fucking man. You know?
Yeah, right.
That shit had to humble me a little bit.
It did all of us. But yeah, fucking reach for the sky. God damn it.
Oh, amen. Them boys, dude.
Fucking A. We're going to take a break, and just like we do every fucking Wednesday on Dynamite, you watch great programming with wonderful athletes, people that put their bodies on the line and they entertain the piss out of us. And, you know, and coming back from the break, it'll be just like switching the program on the same fucking station to the most train wreck, garbage ass fucking thing imaginable, where regular Joes pretend to be athletes and put their bodies literally on the fucking line every goddamn time they step up to the plate.
And I love every second of it.
We're going to come back and talk about fucking Power Slap. But until we do, you're listening to the Super Media Bros on the OddPods Media Network. Just don't fucking go anywhere. We're going to power slap the piss out of you. Hey, guess what?
What?
Did you know Manscaped is now selling beard products?
Funny enough, I'm just now starting to grow a beard.
I know. I was really proud of you for doing that.
I know, I'm trying to braid it like a Viking.
Did you have to do the thing where you like Play-Doh squeezed yourself for it to come out?
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I won't tell anybody that happened.
Thank you.
Manscaped is once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look. And now you can finally use Manscaped products to make sure your drapes match your carpet. So go to manscaped.com using our code SUPER to get 20% off and free shipping. Nobody likes a weird beard, so say goodbye to all your stubble trouble with the new Pro Beard Kit from Manscaped. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a juggernaut of fixing faces. You've seen it. It's freaking huge.
Dog, this thing is fire.
Speaking of Viking, it's like a weapon.
Oh, yeah.
First off, this thing is cordless, and it's got a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths all in one guard, so there's no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. I can't stand that. Like, finally.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Like, it's honestly one of my pet peeves in my bathroom.
Not anymore. Face grooming doesn't need to be hard, so you're going to get 20 different beard lengths in just one guard. Plus, it's waterproof, so you can avoid all that hair in the sink. The titanium-coated T-blade is tough on hair, but smooth on your face, leading to single-stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. The Pro Kit does not end there. They've also created 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care.
Huh?
Yeah, remember how you were talking about getting a beard balm and shampoo and all that stuff?
Yeah?
All right, well, check this. First off, the beard shampoo and conditioner.
What?
Yeah, you need to remember that your hair is different on all parts of your body. Your beard hair is more coarse and easier to damage than the hair on your head. That's why the kit has made shampoo and conditioner specifically designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health. Next up, the kit's got Manscaped's beard oil. Nobody wants a guy whose beard is brittle and dry. The oil relieves dryness, both on the beard and the skin beneath, while adding a little shimmer and shine, making you look extra fine. Cap off the kit with the Beard Balm. It's a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look to attract any fellows or dames. The Pro Beard Kit also comes with 3 free gifts: a beard brush, a comb, and scissors to ensure that your beard is ready to impress. And dude, that beard brush is so soft, and my god, the comb? I love that thing. It's got 2 sides. You can flip that thing around for thin or wide.
I've been using my old clippers guard, taking it off of the clippers
and combing it with it?
Yeah.
Oh, not anymore, dude.
Oh, this is gonna be so much better.
Right? This kit's got it all. And you guys can get it all by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off with free shipping by using our code SUPER. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com using our code SUPER. The Manscaped Beard Hedger. 1 stroke, 1 guard, 20 lengths. Thank you, Manscaped.
You the goat.
Goated.
Hi, I'm Sam.
I'm Richie.
I'm Little Matt.
And here in the 500 Section Lounge, we are 3 dads who host a family-friendly weekly podcast.
Yep, we laugh, we go on tangents, and we talk to great guests.
Tangents? I don't know what you're talking about with that. You know, there are gases leaking.
All right, okay.
Yeah, we have legendary conversations from sports to history and everything in between.
So be on the lookout for what we do next.
And always be there to
grab a listen.
All right, let's get this fucking trash-ass train a-rolling. Dana White has openly spoken about watching shit from Poland and Russia and was like, you know what? CTE is in. I need to make this a fucking sport, and we need to make it legalized and recognized by the by the fucking Nevada Athletic Commission. And he fucking did. And now he's launching a fucking slap fight sport where people will willingly sign up to get concussed to fucking launch a quote pro sport.
Well, the thing is I used to watch this shit on fucking like Facebook and Instagram Reels, right?
And then fucking like TikTok started showing it.
Yeah,
It's just
well,
like,
no,
oh my
no.
God. I'm talking like the memes and shit, dude.
Well, I'm talking about the overseas shit.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I would watch that, not like religiously. I didn't know anybody's names. I didn't know the extent of it, but I knew that it existed in some form of fucking outlaw dumb shit, you know?
It's like a bunch of people that are just angry with their parents and they just need some of that fucking pent up frustration to get let out. And they're just like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, like, and I would always watch it like while I was taking a shit or something, and I watch it on my phone, and I loved it. But like I said, it was not like a huge enough thing where I knew people's names, I understood them, whatever. Nothing like that. But whenever I saw that they were bringing it to TV, I was like, oh yes. And then I saw the fucking like time slot. I was like, God damn it, TBS. You always do this thing where for a while you'll get used to that garbage ass Young Shelton coming on afterwards, after Dynamite, which makes no sense. It's fucking Big Bang Theory, Dynamite, then Young Shelton. It's like the order of events here does not.
You know, those stupid fucks in the fucking, like, you know, the executives were like, Big Bang, Dynamite. Huh.
I mean, yeah,
So
I guess,
stupid.
but it's like, why wouldn't you put Young Shelton on before Big Bang and then go into Dynamite? Because then it's like a weird sandwich of whatever the fuck. I don't.
I
care.
love that it's a weird sandwich because it fucking is. Let's be honest.
It's weird. And granted, I've
like, I wouldn't order this fucking
yeah,
sandwich.
like I don't understand. But anyway, but then after a few months, TBS always does this thing where you'll get the most out-of-pocket random sport. Last year, it was BattleBots. I fucking love BattleBots. That shit is fire. To this day, I still fucking love it. I remember whenever it was on fucking Spike. So we would watch that and we get hyped, okay, all of us. Because at that point, it's like 3-4 hours of nonstop, my group of friends screaming at a TV, okay? And then whenever that ended, it went back to fucking Young Sheldon, and it's like, oh, God damn it, whatever. And here we are again with an out-of-pocket sport, and I'm like, please, never go away. And I know BattleBots is like coming back. You know, they have season breaks like any sport.
Right, but you need off season.
Yeah, like I get that, but it's like, okay, can we find something to replace this? Because I need more trashy sports, please.
Right. And the best part about this is they're treating it legitimately like the Ultimate Fighter.
They got a fucking combine.
I know. And like we were talking about this before we started recording, how like this, like, okay, so to give you some backstory, like not everybody digs this show, and I can understand why. It's really difficult to watch, but you fucking can't look away from it. Like, I'm literally watching these men and women step up to this fucking thing. And they are like, you've got to be some type of fucking like adrenaline, because that's all I can think. You've got to be some type of fucking like adrenaline junkie to want to fucking do this shit. You're willing to fucking lose a coin toss, take a fucking open-handed slap to your unprotected skull,
An eardrum.
your fucking earplugs will pop out. I've seen a guy get knocked out of his fucking shoe, okay?
Bruh.
My man's fucking stiffed up and fell over out of his fucking shoe. But the thing what I'm getting at is these people are willingly fucking doing this goddamn shit, bro. And people are having a hard time supporting it, which I get. But at the same time, it's like, man, it's going to happen whether you're supporting it or not. It's already out there. It's being a thing. It's being backed by a fucking like billionaire dude or whatever that is the owner of the fucking UFC. And the other thing is, and I am going to bring it up, Dana White is not exactly like, he's like the Vince McMahon of MMA. The man has done some fucked up shit too. Like, he's in the news currently for beating his wife apparently, or like smacking her around or some shit. And I don't know if like she did it back or whatever, but it doesn't
She
make
did.
it.
She
doesn't-
did it first, I think.
But still, dude, like it's so trashy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole
I'm not
fucking
defending
thing.
it. I'm not defending it. I'm just saying don't quote me on this, but I think she hit him first and then he slapped the piss out of her, or he slapped the piss out of her and she hit him back. I don't know the full story. I didn't watch the clip.
It's just fucking ironic.
Yeah.
It really is. Like with no like legit like humor like about it. It's fucking ironic that this man's like, I'm gonna fucking just put power slap as like front and center to take away from the fucking attention. Like, dude, nobody's looking away from your sorry ass, you know? But like this fucking sport, like just to get into it in general, away from his stupid ass, the fact that this exists as a quote sport. And Budweiser, the company that will put their name on fucking anything, won't touch this with a 10-foot pole.
But Monster does, and I love them for it.
Yeah.
I love that Monster is their fucking sponsor.
Dude, I swear to God, because like there's a whole ass reason why I have like the nickname that I would call like every white guy that gets so mad that he punches holes in the fucking walls of his house. That's a Monster Energy Kyle to me.
Yeah.
You know? So that's like, yeah, that's what I picture when I see this shit. And then you've got some guys that are in there just watching the episode. Like the first guy that comes to mind now that I'm watching this is Slap Jesus, because the dude is like he looks like a lost Briscoe brother.
Dude, I know. And he's my favorite one. Like, he gets folded every time, but he keeps getting up. I don't know if it's theatrics, because if you notice, he doesn't stay down. So I don't know, because he's very showboaty, and not in a cocky way, but he's like a very entertaining guy.
And you want somebody like that on the front line of your fucking sport.
Absolutely. But that's what makes me wonder if he's really getting his bell rung, or if he does, but then the adrenaline gets him to pop back up. I don't know. I have no idea if he's actually getting knocked out and then gets up, or if it's for show. I don't know, but the dude is fucking hilarious. He's my favorite. But statistically speaking, Ryan Phillips, that dude, you look at the fucking combine numbers, that dude's a fucking unit.
I'm talking like they've already gone in after, so the TV show, the way it's set up is like Dana and like the two, house judges, like you're going to be on team, it's Wolverine
and Destroyer. So like these guys are like taking notes and seeing all these dudes just smacking the piss out of each other. And like the TV series is set up where they're taking notes on these guys, and then like the back half of the first season run is them going to the compound and Dana White basically sending them to their version of like you said, a fight compound, like a training facility where they're fucking testing the velocity of their slaps, their fucking neck strength,
shoulder strength, their fucking like weight, like how they pivot their waist, and they're training them to fucking like, okay, well, you don't want to turn this far, you want to go like this and have follow through. Like they're fucking training these people to give each other concussions.
It's phenomenal.
It's CTE, the sport. It's
my favorite thing. I fucking love it. Dude, and talking about Slap Jesus, bruh, on Wednesday, whenever he went up, I'm blanking on the gentleman's name. But let me explain this story to you, okay?
Go ahead. I'm all ears, my friend.
So we're all getting hyped. It's Slap Jesus' turn. We're all like, yeah, the GOAT! The GOAT! Like, we're getting hyped, okay? We fucking love this dude. And then out comes this fucking Twitch streamer looking dude. With the fucking green brimmed glasses. Half of his hair is bleach blonde and the other half is pink. And he's skinny as a twig. And we were like, oh fuck, here we go. Slap Jesus got this in the back.
You talking about Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, and then he talks. And we just all stopped. I looked to my right. And I looked and I said, y'all need to fucking watch that boy. He is a fucking meth head. He's got veneers, so you know his skull is rotted. He does not give a fuck. Sure enough, that man said, slap the piss out of Slap Jesus. But Slap Jesus gets back up and he fucking folds his stupid ass, okay?
Yeah.
Fucking love this shit.
You know what I like the most? And I can't remember which one it was, and you're going to know exactly the one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this is a very vague statement because most of the guys are like this, and I realize I'm shit talking people like myself. The dude is tattooed, bald, and bearded.
Are you talking about the dude with the tattoos on his skull?
I'm talking about the dude that went up there and he talked so much fucking shit, lost the coin toss, and got folded in the first fucking round. I'm talking his fucking ass just down like it was nothing. And when I tell you I fucking squealed with like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like when fucking you get like secondhand pain and you don't even fucking experience what just happened. Like you just fucking, like you just heard, you fucking just felt every bit of that shit. I fucking held my face. And speaking of holding my face, the one guy that got smacked so hard the entire fucking side of his head had a hematoma, and he came back and fucking won.
That dude's a fucking menace. That's a fucking animal.
Right? Like, he's just sitting there, he's just like, you good? And he, like, the brain fucking is like swelling his face when he's like, oh no, like the brain leakage will just go in my face. I don't fucking care. Like, bro, I swear to God, his face was so swollen. I swear to God, this man's face was so swollen, I was worried that he was going to get fucking popped like a zit. Like, the fucking juice was going to fly out of his ear.
Dude, between that and the fucking, oh my God, I don't remember his name, but he was the Hispanic dude. Is it Munez or something like that?
I think so. Like, it's so fucking bad, though. I see a lot of these dudes coming up, stepping up to this plate. Bro, it doesn't matter what walk of life they come from. Every one of these dudes that is in this competition has seen some shit. You can look in their fucking eyes. They just have aggression to get out. And they get up to that podium and it's like they want to hurt you. They don't fucking care. There is just something in them where you're like, I can take one look at half these dudes and be like, oh, that dude's gonna win. Like, first round, that guy is just fucking anger incarnate. Does not give a fuck.
Well, that's the thing, is whenever I saw this dude, I didn't look into his eyes. I saw his face. And I was like, oh God, he's got some soft features. No, he won the coin toss. And usually they go on 3, and they'll go 1, 2, 3, pop. Not him. He goes up to the fucking bat. He goes on 1.
Yeah, and folded that fucker.
Folded like a lawn chair, dude.
And, you know, I have to, like, I started thinking about what you said about his face, and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no. You should probably be scared of the pretty boys that roll up in that bitch. You know why?
They do.
They have to win to protect their fucking face.
That is true.
So that dude probably is used to winning fucking fights for real. And he's like, yeah, I'm not getting fucked up. And then you got the one guy, he throws fucking slaps good, but the dude keeps getting his fucking lips busted the fuck up and can't fucking, like, that poor bastard has gotten his eye and his lips fucked up twice in a row. Like, he couldn't be medically cleared 2 fucking times in a row, even though I think one of them he legitimately won. And I want to get into this too. I think he legitimately won one of those by a technicality, even though he fucking got knocked out.
Yeah.
Dana White is okay. So according to the rules, the people that win should be going to the fucking houses, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This man's sitting there on God, giving it to the fucking people losing by DQ, because he's just like, that guy's just too powerful to fucking lose. We got to put him in the house, and the other guy just can't be medically cleared. Fuck it. Like, he's just deciding on his own. Oh, they're not going to be medically cleared. Fuck that.
Well, not even just that, but it's also, you could tell he's going based off of personality as well.
Well, yeah, he's got a business to fucking sell. Of course he is.
Which I'm like, yeah, Slap Jesus gonna be the GOAT.
Could you imagine him and Vince running this fucking thing? Like, Vince would be like, God damn, pal, and just fucking welcome them right aboard. And I feel like Dana White's version of, well, God damn, pal, is, man, look at this guy. He's so fucking strong. Like, he just fucking, like, gets, that motherfucker starts getting a boner just watching half these guys roll. He's like, he's gonna get knocked out. And he leans to the other guy, he's gonna get knocked out. He's just fucking salivating at, like, the concussions waiting to happen.
I fucking love it. Like, everybody is shitting on this show. Here's what's weird. You were talking about how everybody's given the show shit and everything. And it's like, it's a little weird to me. Because, like, okay, so it does come on after Dynamite. And yeah, I get it. It is 2 different demographics. I understand that. But it's like, a lot of people that like pro wrestling do like irony. And they like a lot of things that are kind of like, we shouldn't like this, but we do. We love this for the wrong reasons. Things like that. You would think that this would have clicked with a lot more people. And now, if you go based off of the ratings from the first episode to the second one, it shot up 40% for episode 2 because of TikTok and Instagram and everything. Like, it's becoming like a trending meme, which is phenomenal. Okay, that if that's gonna be your bread and butter, cool, whatever. But it's a little weird to me that as many people hate on it as there are. I feel like, I don't know. I would have thought that in meme culture today, it would have been more beloved, but in an ironic way.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because I feel like Dana White is taking it serious, but I feel like the editing of the program itself is in such a way that it almost feels like a parody in a sense. Whether that's intended or not, the editing comes off that way sometimes.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, man. I don't know if that helps or harms it.
I feel like that should have helped it because you would think more people would be like, no, this is fucking hilarious.
Like, what happens once this gets ridiculously pro level where, like, there's pay-per-views for this?
He was already talking about it on the first episode.
That's what I'm saying, man. How much this shit gonna be? He's gonna fucking charge like $70? Because, like, think about it this way. I'm really meaning it like this.
Mm-hmm.
We usually pay around $60 for an AEW pay-per-view, or like maybe 40 or 50 for like Ring of Honor or New Japan, right?
Yeah.
We know we're going to get our money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
We know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being a boxing, MMA, or a slap fan, like any of these three right here. You're not guaranteed the amount of time you should be getting for this.
Mm-hmm.
You could watch Power Slap. There's like 3 rounds. Not everything's going to go 3 rounds to a judge's call. You could watch literally every fight on the card be a one-slap murder fest for all intents and purposes. Boxing. There's at least some leeway where you might get a few rounds out of these people, but you're not going to really maybe see a decisive victory. Like, boxing has like about as much of that going for it as MMA does, but...
And that's why I never actually paid for an MMA pay-per-view.
I was going to say.
Even though I was always like, oh, dude, I'm really entertained by it. Dude, fun fact for you, as a kid, I was a massive Chuck Liddell fan. Fucking loved him. Never asked for a pay-per-view, though.
Yeah, and you know, the fucking wild thing is that I remember watching WrestleMania 11 on pay-per-view, and I remember seeing the UFC ads. What is this? I remember seeing ads for the first UFC, second, third, and I would see people like Severin, Shamrock, you know, Gracie, like, you know what I'm saying? All these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, the MMA is different now. Back then, if you were karate, you fucking went in there with your goddamn thing, and they would throw you against a pro wrestler or a boxer. You went in there with your boxing gloves. You didn't train MMA to fight like, you know, how they train you to fight now.
Right.
They just threw you in there with however you knew how to fucking fight, and they just let you go. That shit used to be the fucking Wild West. That was when you got your money's worth. And now it's like, fuck, man. Like, how long are these rounds going to be? Are we going to see any kind of like decisions? Every UFC like event that's happened, I've literally caught the ass end of the decision. I've caught the decision-making moment on Twitter every fucking time. I don't need to buy these on pay-per-view. And I know this fucking slapping shit is going to be the same fucking way. I'm not going to need to buy the pay-per-view. They're going to get posted because they're so short.
Yeah.
My mans would do good to do a Tony Khan and put that shit on free fucking TV.
He would, but also where's the money in that? Because even with the 40% increase that he had this week, I don't see that as sustainable, but also it's Dana White, so he's got fuck you money. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know I would buy a pay-per-view, and it wouldn't even bother me because all my friends would pitch in anyway. Be like $5-10 each person, who cares at that point, you know? But between that, dude, I feel like, okay, there were just shy of 400,000 people on week 1. And then that shot up 40% on week 2. Let's just say that it stays around. Let's say the median viewership is 450,000. Okay. If 200,000 of those people all bought a t-shirt, and if 50% of that 50% bought pay-per-views, based off of the salary of these guys, they'd be in the green, probably. I don't know the math, but I'm just saying, like, if as many fans that could pitch in does pitch in, this will last. Who cares about reviews? It's all about money. Buy a couple of shirts, buy the shows, do whatever, you know? It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I just want to see where this is in a year.
That's what I'm saying. I hope it doesn't go away. I love it.
I'm not like I love it, but I'm intrigued enough to be like, all right, I want to see this either like go somewhere or just fucking burn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see what the fuck happens.
Dude, I want 10 more seasons of this bullshit.
my man's over here is going to be 50 years old sitting over there. Oh, you watched that Power Slap season 2000? And I'm like, who the fuck says 2000? It's 2000, but you know what I mean. You know, it's
dude,
like, fuck, bro.
It's going to be... I love how trashy it is. It's fucking trashy.
I know, but that's what I'm getting at. We keep reiterating it, but it's true. It's a train wreck I cannot look away from. I got to see more of it. I guess we're going to see if it gets renewed for a second season or if it's just like, all right, this is it, and we just get the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing. I feel like if this came out in like 2004.
Thank you for saying that. I definitely wanted to bring that up with you because that's what we were talking about earlier.
Dude, if this came out in 2004 and was on either Spike TV or MTV or something like that, and if we're going to talk about MTV, motherfucker, if Jersey Shore can have 6 seasons and fucking 10 million spinoffs, fuck you if you take away my Power Slap. That's how I feel.
This man across from me is literally every toxic male that watches this fucking sport.
I want an affliction shirt with the sleeves cut off, brother.
That don't work for me, brother.
I need a chain around my wallet. Where's a wall? Ah!
Goddamn.
Give me more.
Get my man an Affliction, Tap Out, and Monster sponsorship. For fuck's sake. My man be on the fucking roids and shit. God damn it.
Dude, I need more Power Slap. And god damn it, I want more Danbury Trashers. Okay? I know they were banned. Give me more, though. They deserve it. These motherfuckers had 2 seasons, and they almost won. They went to the finals. It was dumb luck. They could have won it, but they didn't. If they went for a 3rd fucking season, they would have fucking won.
Somebody hire this man. Get this man a job with one of those companies for fuck's sake. Like, please, seriously. Like, there's so much passion and rage and pent up everything. Give this man a fucking job.
That's the thing. We don't talk about sports enough, but whenever I get on a fucking soapbox, oh my fucking...
I'll just wait till the XFL kicks off because we're going to be talking about that too. That's
fucking ready.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a good way to end it off. Yeah, it's not just Power Slap that's getting covered. It's not just like the slap sports or whatever. We're gonna fucking cover the XFL whenever the kickoff happens. We've already fucking got our teams picked out and repped.
Fang Gang. We're all about the Vegas Vipers.
You fucking right, we are.
No, as of this recording, it's kicking off in like 20 days approximately. So I'm pretty fucking stoked.
Same.
And we got our tickets for the game in Houston.
Goddamn right.
Got the fucking Roughnecks versus the Vipers, dude.
Fucking Roughnecks.
Dude, our seats are fucking fire.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
We'll sink our fangs into that shit. Bitches. Visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check out all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media. Buy some fucking merchandise. We've got a new Brother Mania shirt for sale in that motherfucker.
Let's go.
It is a small to 5X, so we know you can fit in this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's made for anybody. We are all inclusive in this motherfucker. Leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, GoodPods, and Podchaser. I'd say we should roll out this bitch.
Let's go.
We got some slapping to do.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for hanging out with us this week, everybody. This has been episode 260. Until next time, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.